pleasure. But first, I am delighted to welcome Carlos Morais Pires, a member of the Cabinet of Maria Gabriel, the European Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture and Youth, to talk to me a little bit more about how they see the challenge ahead from a research and innovation perspective. And Carlos, thank you so much for joining me. Just to centre our conversation around the key plank of the Commission's transport strategy, the Sustainable and Smart Mobility Strategy 2020, had three key goals: making the transport system sustainable, smart, resilient, all those things we've been talking about this morning. What is your assessment of the progress in terms of delivering the research and innovation, the progress the European Union is making?
Thank you, Jackie, for this opportunity. And first of all, thank you very much for inviting our commissioner. She cannot be here, but she asked me, of course, to convey her warm regards to this community, to this audience. She's very much aware of the joint undertaking efforts and of the community you represent. People with knowledge. I was there with my lunchbox, looking at some of the things that are exposed. It's obvious that we are talking about advanced technology that we absolutely need. So on behalf of our commissioner, again, her congratulations for your work, and actually a request to support her in her message, which is basically that I could say now, because we are under pressure, as you know, we are recovering from a pandemic, and the sector of aviation suffered a lot with it. We have now the energy crisis, and this brings back this feeling of urgency, or actually more than a feeling, and you said the word acceleration. So I think our commissioner is very keen to pass on the message that we are all in your hands, your expertise hands, to deliver the innovation and try to accelerate whatever this means, because we cannot really from our seats control what can be done in terms of technological acceleration. A lot has been achieved. A lot, we are aware of it. Horizon Europe is let's say, the new program. But you have an history, a lot of has been achieved, the networking and giving, let's say, funding technology in this sector, in the broad sense of smart mobility, has an important track record, but I think the message now is to accelerate, and I could say a lot of things about. I mean, I was yesterday again representing our commissioner in something related with energy, advancements of energy, and we realized that there are a lot of things, from fundamental research to very applied technology readiness level developments that are there popping up. We need to bring this together. It's a difficult exercise. Industry needs to be in the conditions to respond both in the demand and the supply side. So a lot of things that popped in my head, but I think the key word is lots have been achieved, but we need to accelerate.
And that's the key challenges if we are to accelerate. What do you see, particularly when it comes, we're talking about the green transition, we're talking about the digital transition, for this sector, for transport generally, but for aviation in particular? What's the key challenge to really speed up progress?
I think, I mean, I'm very humble saying this, because don't expect a lot of bright ideas from me, but I think that I read the word smart not exclusively linked with digital, nor the sustainable part exclusively linked with the Green Pact in terms of policies. And I think the smart is to put the whole thing together, in the sense that I'm sure that the examples I saw there about people, real people in labs, in design infrastructures, trying to get the things for the next generation of mobility, should factor in, or are factoring in, both things. So in their development, they have a lot of digital technology supporting them, but they are incorporating the smart green in their products, including this sustainability by design concept of these circular value chains that we need to build for the next decades. So yeah, I think the context is exactly that, but the word smart, that's why I think the word twin transition makes a lot of sense. The smart is both green and digital, and the sustainable is both green and digital. So this is...
Just coming back on the Horizon Europe budget, and one of the questions we've been talking about a lot today is deployment. And I want to just ask you, in terms of using that budget, and I know it is a focus, getting the innovations to market more quickly is a focus overall for Horizon Europe. What for you is the key to making sure that we do that? How are you supporting that process of deployment? Because I think if I had to identify one key word from the morning, that would be it. How do we do it?
Well, how do we do it? Yeah. We agree that we tend to be a bit pessimistic in European terms, to say that with respect to our competitors, we have this gap of finding the good way to bring research to actually deployment and market ready. Maybe we are a bit pessimistic, and we are better than that already now. But it's true that this is the challenge, one of the challenges of acceleration. But coming from the portfolio of Commissioner Maria Gabriel, I would put the two things. So investments, important, and please help us, because we are going to face for Horizon Europe a lot of pressure on the budget. And it's also the community that has to help our commissioner when she will be in front of the co-legislators to fight for the budget. Because there are a lot of crises, including social crises in the horizon. We don't know how this will end, so there will be a lot of pressure. But having this parenthesis closed, I think that your question points to what are the mechanisms, which means investments, but coordinated investments. That's the role we hope of our partnerships with industry and with the member states, is that we can bring together the strategies, and once you align strategies, once you are looking more or less in the same direction, doesn't need to be exactly the same direction, you have it's easier that there is resonance in the investments at regional, national, and of course private sector investment. And this is the key. I mean, we can call it synergies, whatever it is, or blending.
But it's that alignment.
But is that strategic alignment that is the precondition for us to discuss on real investments that make a difference.
You said at the beginning, you congratulated SESAR on the work it has done. In general terms, how do you see the role of joint undertakings in delivering on the EU's research and innovation goals? And let me put it this way, what can they do that other bodies can't? What's their unique added value?
They can use the networks that they build, the awareness of this, let's say, interfaces of, let's say, strategic dialogue, co-creation that the Commission is also trying to do in many other parts of the planning of their programs. This sort of embedded logic of co-creating the strategic agenda. This is a moment, a unique moment and a unique opportunity for everyone to sit around the table and to think the direction to go. And once you all are convinced about that, I mean, usually we say we have a plan. And once you have a plan, it's easier to see where you are, what are the roadblocks, and what you can do better, and so on. So it's an essential role, a role of bringing dynamics to the whole process of strategic alignment. And of course, as I said before, this we hope to be a factor of multiplication of investments coming from different sources, which is difficult, tricky, but it's the way to make the difference with catalyzing critical mass investment that Europe needs, from infrastructures to science to technology development. And one word, if you allow me, one word about skills, which is part of the portfolio of our commissioner, and she takes it really very seriously. I mean, we are talking about, she's facing a lot of evidence that we have also a gap that we can't remind us that we are missing skills when we are going to the deployment phase. It's already now that we need to prepare these smart and green young engineers, everyone that can contribute to the game changes we need in the next years and decades.
Thank you very much. And coming specifically to SESAR and its work, as it now embarks on this new phase, SESAR 3 began December last year. What do you hope for from SESAR? What do you expect from them? What do you want from the people in this audience who are partners in this endeavour?
I will start with probably a bad joke, to fly high. That's what I expect. No, I mean, I think I expect ambition and on the side of our commissioner, and I think everyone that works with us in the commission, you can expect support, and we expect from you, I mean, really your full engagement, and we need, our commissioner needs support. Believe it. We need to go to the co-legislators, work with those, I mean, with those that are convinced. We still need to work them, because those that have the need for investments are not necessarily those that sign the check. So these kind of interactions with the stakeholders, with the governments, with authorities, coming from your side, explaining the best practices, what can be gained in the next decade in terms of competitiveness edge for Europe. That will, of course, impact our society, our economy. We very much welcome, and we really ask your support for it.
So your key priority really would be to go on making that case, getting that support from this community to defend and hold on to what you have.
Absolutely. So we need to show that, I mean, those that are convinced, but still some of those that are convinced are those that easily understand what you are doing, but then the money comes from someone else. Yeah. So there is always someone that needs to be convinced of the importance of having a strong and bold strategy for Europe to be the first continent that is carbon neutral. We are going to solve the problem of climate change. We are going to solve the problem of having a different way of looking at our societal with the digital technologies and interactions, and the society has to accept this new innovation. So yeah, I think this is the support we are looking from you.
Carlos, I know you have to run, but thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in thanking Carlos very much indeed? Thank you so much.